Stay tuned.
Yes, more to come, though.
Yeah, we're starting things off today with two people determined to make the world a sweeter place.
They followed their hearts by starting a chocolate company in New York. Then they moved south, and, you know, they have not looked back. It's been great.
Their confections have been featured at the Kentucky Derby and the Super Bowl, and orders are coming in from all over.
That's right. They are the owners of Lena's Chocolates, and they are our first guests. They're in the kitchen with some of their wares.
They're waiting for us.
So let's go see some of these wonderful, wonderful things that they have. Guys, thanks for being here.
Hi there.
Thank you for having us.
You have amazed the staff already with some of these confections that you've brought in.
This is Lena and Anthony.
Absolutely
You've
amazing.
got the last name, Dave.
Oh, it's Caligira.
There we go.
Caligira.
Close.
Close
Thank
enough,
you.
Caligiri? Yep. Okay, I learned it and then I forgot it.
Okay, you started this in New York.
Yes.
Yes.
How long ago?
10 years ago, I was looking for some creative ideas for my son's first birthday, and wound up making #1 chocolate pops. Went to a local shop and
Did you know what you were doing?
A fairly simple little project.
It was pretty simple, but I took it to the next level by putting some sprinkles, writing his name, pretty satin bow.
It's
Wanted to
beautiful.
make it a little extra special for
That's
him.
lovely.
And did everybody at the party say, wow, Lena,
Yeah, they
you
were
should
pretty-
really get into business here and do this?
Yeah,
Well,
they were pretty amazed.
You took it to the nth level because look at some of the things that you have created with chocolate. Unbelievable. Over there you've got chocolate basketball, chocolate football, chocolate picture frames.
Now this is from the Kentucky Derby, and
Yes.
I saw that featured on a national newscast. And did the Kentucky Derby come to you and say, we want you to make a poster out of chocolate?
Well, what actually happened was we got the footballs into the Super Bowl, and some of the people from the Derby actually saw this, and they called us about 45 days before the Derby.
Oh, my.
And they said, we saw your chocolates, we like what you have, and we're interested in having you do something. Well, they gave us a basic outline of what they wanted. We spoke, we thought about coming up with a different idea and doing our own little twist to it. This is one of the items. We actually devised it so that it was sort of like a woman's jewelry box theme, you know, accentuating the ladies at the Derby, a lot of horseshoe items, for the gentlemen, chocolate cigars and such. And that's what we went with. 80 of these went to the Derby, and it was a big hit.
Is that whole thing chocolate?
The whole thing is edible, that's correct.
That's unbelievable. Now the basketball and the football, they're not solid. They'd weigh a ton if they were.
Yes.
Now, and I'm noticing, I'm worried because the basketball looks a little sweaty. Is it melting underneath
There's
the
not
lights?
lights here.
Are we gonna be in trouble here? Is it going to deflate on us? Or?
Do you paint the chocolate?
She hand paints
Yes.
every piece, yeah.
Black food coloring and a brush.
Very good. So you moved down south and you decided to give up the chocolate business for a little while and then you got back into it?
Well, 2 children later, yes.
Yes.
2 more children later.
Funny how kids will slow down the process of
Exactly.
a business. Yes.
And I always wanted to get back into it. It was always in the back of my mind. And they're a little bit older now. They're in school, so that freed up a little bit of time for me. And here we are. We do some unique things.
You do a lot.
I actually had these chocolate-covered pretzels, and a lot of people make chocolate-covered pretzels, but nobody makes them like this, I can tell you. These are absolutely, they're unbelievable. Have you had one of these?
They're loaded.
I have not yet, but I'm going
There's
to.
2
Yes,
here, one for me,
absolutely.
one for you.
Okay, let's do something with this mold
Yes.
here. What are we going to make, Lena?
We're going to make the first
So we're going back
molded
to the
chocolate.
back to the
Back in
beginning.
time.
How it all this is how it all began.
Okay, she's got her chocolate fresh out of the microwave.
And you deal with dark chocolate, milk chocolate,
Yes.
white chocolate.
Do you need this?
Yes, I do.
And are these your own special blends of chocolates, or do you purchase blocks of
Yes.
pre-made?
We pre-made, but we add our own flavor to. We add our own textures, nuts and dried berries, and
And do you provide
multitude of
these
things.
molds to just anybody who wants them, or do you have to make these yourself?
Well, we have some that we buy from some distributors, but we also have some custom molds that, like the football and such, that are.
But if I came to your store and said, can I buy a mold so I can do this myself? No.
Well, no,
Okay.
that's not. That's
Got
not
it.
us.
They're going to make them for you. That's the way it works.
So we take this basic mold, and this is a lollipop sucker mold, and you take some melted chocolate.
Which you've microwaved to soften.
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't.
We
cut
might
it up.
have to
Cut that oven.
give it another shot.
Look at these wine bottles as well.
That's chocolate?
Well,
Is that all chocolate?
It's a covered.
Well,
it's a real wine bottle.
What we do is we
Covered,
have our
correct?
dessert wines that we carry. We have one called Chocolate Cherry Kiss, which is a port
That's
with a little
beautiful.
undertone of chocolate and cherry essence. And then what we do is we wrap it and then dip it in chocolate, and then with a cocoa butter pattern, add that onto the finished product. And what you do is you pull the tabs, and when you do, it separates the chocolate from the bottle, and there's your dessert.
These
wine. and chocolate.
Look at this.
And now do you...
How elaborate. Look at this is a bell.
That's
made out
beautiful.
of chocolate.
Now, do you have to freeze this after this is done, or does it set like it is?
We need to put this in the fridge for a few minutes, and it should pop out of the mold.
And then look at these wonderful hand-painted chocolates that you do. Now, what's inside these?
These are chocolate-dipped cookies, and white chocolate and dark chocolate, and they're decorated with cocoa butter accents.
Well, let's bring in Lena and Anthony's kids. Come on
Yes,
in
because
here.
it's a family effort, guys.
Yes, come in, come in.
Thanks
These are my 3 beautiful kids.
for being here. They
Are
helped
these
you.
your testers?
They helped
Yes,
you set
they
up
are.
and-
They
I was
definitely
sampler,
sample a lot.
Okay, introduce your children to us, please.
This is my oldest, Anthony. This is my beautiful daughter, Anjali. And this is my precious Joseph.
Oh, wonderful. How cool is that your parents work with chocolate? Oh, wow.
How nice that it's a family affair. We appreciate you all being here. Lena and Anthony Caligiuri, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you
of
for
course,
having
folks, you
us.
can go to our website for more information. That's daytimeonline.tv.
And this has
Enjoy.
my name on it.